Groundbreaking news today. NuProbe Global and Bionano to co-develop products in reproductive health and oncology or cancer testing. This is absolutely amazing. I love this. I absolutely love this. And this gives me a lot of confidence in Bionano and what we're doing. And I don't know if the reason why we're green today when a lot of other stuff is red is because of this, but what I do know is that this could be one of the things that sends us over the top. I don't want to get your hopes up too much, so before I start saying what I think of it, let's go over what's actually what the content is of this. So number one thing, these guys are a next generation sequencing company, kind of. And that's at least what they do. They do stuff that is lower in base pair. Lower base pair detection than we do, which is greater than 500, right, up to the mega base pairs and all the super huge ones. These guys are a cutting edge genomics and molecular diagnostics company, right? We're partnered with a diagnostics company with revolutionary molecular diagnostic technologies to improve the sensitivity of sequencing. This is a sequencing company. Remember, mutations and CNVs by over 10-fold. They have sites in 1,000 different places. Not really 1,000, that's more like 5. But these guys are venerable, right? This is a venerable company. Go look that word up. That describes these guys pretty well. I looked at their website, and we're going to go over some of this and what I'm thinking here and what I'm seeing, what I think this company is doing. But even just if you read the article, it's very clear that these guys are a well-respected and deservingly so company that is doing good things, and this is absolutely amazing. So we're going to go over this real quick. Other stuff that we're going to go over today is a new paper here, or not a new paper, an old paper tweeted by somebody that has over 70,000 followers, which is amazing. So there's some interesting job filing stuff here, and I also want to reiterate and kind of go over again their plan and the current plan of Bionano, which is actually two-pronged, I think, which is going to be marketing campaigns and sales, and I mean that trying to get more sales pretty much falls under marketing, but we're going to go over some details there, along with institutional ownership and this whole deal, the Elizabeth Holmes trial, what's going on here, how that might affect us, and the technical analysis, of course, but to the good stuff here. Okay, so here we go. This is absolutely fantastic. So the Bionano OGM system provides direct and unambiguous identification, yada yada. They're they're claiming the Bionano system is awesome. It's great. It's, they're not saying we're the best in the world, but that's pretty much what they are. Okay, that's implicit here. Come on, let's just read between the lines a little bit. If you're going to be co-developing, quote, a product with Bionano, and we do a very specific thing, which is better than FISH, karyotyping, and CMA, and all these other shitty methods in the greater than 500 base pair realm, you're essentially saying that we're the best in what we do. So that's what they're doing in this first paragraph here. Next up, they're explaining how it works. Now we get into what these guys do. So their company, this is one of their technologies, Innovation Amplicon sequencing technology that uses unique molecular identifiers. Yada yada, they're explaining the esoteric stuff here. They do CNV, copy number variation detection of tumor cells that traditional methods such as FISH cannot really do, right? These guys, what our company that is NuProbe, this technology here, it is better in, it has a higher limit of detection there. So what I'm trying to get across to you is that these guys have a pretty damn good technology already. They are, similarly, as you'll notice, they are better, at least in this article it's claiming, they are better than FISH in plenty of areas. For example, CNV detection. Bionano is exactly the same, except not CNV detection. It's greater than 500 base pair to mega base pair detection. Okay, so there's two key. I think this is what I'm thinking. Okay, let's just screw the rest of the article. Okay, I'm going to go over the rest of the paragraphs, but for the people that are like on the edge of clicking off because you don't think this is important at all, it is important. Here's why. You have Bionano, which is like, just think of it this way. Okay, Bionano does a certain thing in the genomics market. I'm going to give it simple for you, and then we'll go into the esoteric jargon. We do this certain small thing in the genomics market the best, and better than everyone else. These other guys that we're partnering with, they do it better than everyone else as well, kind of. They have a little bit of a niche in a market similar to Bionano. We're on the larger scale of base pairs or length of DNA that we're doing and genomes that we're mapping. These guys do a completely different length, which is really small. We are now co-developing a product that is going to be that is in the reproductive health and oncology testing, and I'm going to give you a couple lines real quick, the very small amount of evidence that we have, the very small amount of information we have about this new product and what it's going to be. So here is the only real thing that I have found. Please point this out to me. I read this. I've only read this once, so I could have missed over something. Let me know if I'm missing something. But the only thing that I have found in this entire article, it's pretty short, that is talking about the actual development of this new product that Bionano and NuProbe is going to be developing is this right here. So this is our CEO, Eric Holman, the man, the myth, the legend himself, right? So basically, he's saying that their technology allows for the detection of low abundance form mutations, and combined, they can provide researchers and clinicians with a more complete picture of the mutational burden of a tumor sample than any single technology can by itself. That may sound like, Brandon, come on, what does this mean? This doesn't mean shit. We've been hearing this stuff forever. Yes, it does. Dude, you have to pause it or rewind and try to understand what that means. Together with both of our technologies, right? And you have to understand the context here. Pause the video and read this whole thing. This is extremely important. Saphyr is the leading platform. He's talking about why the Saphyr is great, and then he's talking about why the company we're partnering with technology is so great. And then combined, they can provide researchers and clinicians with a more complete picture of the mutational burden of a tumor sample than any single technology can by itself. This is why I think this could be really, really sweet for us, because we are now, with this new product, it's going to be literally the best at, the Saphyr is already the best at greater than 500 base pairs. Now there's a new product that's going to be coming out that is the best as far as pictures of the mutational burden of a tumor sample, which sounds complicated, but it's good. That's a good market, man. Tumor and oncology, cancer stuff, dude, this is a market that is huge for us, and it's not going away anytime soon, most likely. That's a huge market that we're going to start taking. This is the kind of things. I haven't talked about this in a while, but I've always thought this. Ever since I learned about what the company Bionano has been doing, I always thought there's always a chance, and you guys think it so too. All the bulls of BNGO think the nano nozzle is a possibility, think that new innovations other than the Saphyr 2.0 are possible. This is one of them, a new product that is going to be developed that's going to be, basically, I don't know if it's going to be, and this is where it gets complicated because I just don't know the answer to this. You guys, please tell me what you're thinking of this. Is this new development of the product, is this going to be like Saphyr and NuProbe in one? Or is there going to be new stuff in here that we're going to try to optimize both of them together? I don't know exactly how it's going to work. I wish they told us more about how they're actually going to develop the thing. But nonetheless, they're developing it. I don't know what the time frame is. I don't know any of the details, really. I mean, all we know is this quote right here. He then says, "We are excited to see how this combination of our strengths," which is amazing. That really gets me excited, "will allow NuProbe to develop a superior product for genome analysis and reproductive health and oncology." So all we know is that it's going to be the Saphyr, it's going to be the technology of NuProbe, which they talk about up here a little bit in these paragraphs, and it's going to be for oncology and reproductive health. And I think specifically it's going to be creating a complete picture of the mutational burden of a tumor sample. So it's tumor samples, I guess, in the oncology side of things. There's a whole other side, which is the reproductive health, which, who knows what that's going to be. But nonetheless, I'm excited. I'm very excited. And then if we read the quote from here, from the CEO of NuProbe, "Currently in both reproductive health and oncology, some variants cannot be detected by next-generation sequencing, such as structural variants that are greater than 1 kilo base pair, and some gene fusions are under-detected. Bionano is a new cytogenetic technology that we have evaluated as a powerful complement." That's a key right there. Let's underline that bad boy. "Powerful complement to existing next-generation sequencing technology." So he already is saying Saphyr is already a powerful complement to the next-generation sequencing technologies. But combined with their technology, remember, this is the NuProbe CEO, combined with his technology and BDA technologies, it can effectively help clinicians to identify the location and causes of disease. So there's a couple different things here. Maybe, and based on what I'm seeing from their company here and based on how they describe them, right? Molecular diagnostics company, that's the key, not a research and development, not a drug enhancement company. This is a diagnostic company. This is a company that you go to and the people that they work with, or they have a problem, they want to get diagnosed. They hope that their technology can help diagnose them and they can know what they're dealing with. Dude, you have to remember, Bionano doesn't do diagnostics. We've been talking, and this is another key to the whole Saphyr and Bionano and the market cap and why people are just retarded when they say, in my opinion, right? If that's too harsh of a word for you, I'm sorry. This is the wrong channel for you. If you think retarded is too, nothing against people who are retarded. Okay, I grew up saying the word. Okay, but you have to understand, diagnostics. Once that door is unlocked through government, through reimbursements and through the PLA codes and the LDTs and the CLI lab and all these things we're doing, that's it. The market is going to explode, man. There's so many places that are not adopting the Saphyr because we don't have FDA approval and we can't bypass that. We can't be using diagnostics really for a lot of them. We can't. It's not like we have to have FDA approval. We could go the reimbursement route, which is actually what we're doing to the retail investors' knowledge, to my understanding, at least for sure. And that's gonna do an entire. That's gonna be amazing, right? So imagine if what we're doing right here. I'm trying to let's connect the pieces of the puzzle here. Let's go further in our analysis. Maybe this superior product, quote, for reproductive health and oncology. Maybe this is gonna be diagnostics of cancer. Maybe this is gonna be Maybe this is gonna be a non-invasive prenatal testing or screening, and maybe this is going to be something like that. Who knows? I'm waiting. I can't wait for more information here. But when I look at their company NuProbe, and when I read this article, this makes me feel amazing. And I don't understand. Again, it's fine. I do understand why, because people don't know how to understand. This is a hard article to read. If you don't know what NGS stands for, and kilo base pairs, and all these different technologies, and sequencing versus mapping, what does that mean? CNV detection, what's that? If you don't understand this stuff, I know that it's like, well, I don't really know what it is. Why should I value Bionano higher? Most people don't understand the whole of this article. That's why we're not really skyrocketing off this. I don't know if we should necessarily skyrocket off of it, but we're developing a product with the company, man. What do you think that means? That means more revenue, baby. More expenses, maybe, sure. But NuProbe is the company that's developing, to my understanding, and this can only mean good things. This can only mean good things. Not only do we have a prominent and, as I said, venerable company, I think that describes these guys perfectly. Venerable company here. And widely known, because they have sites in several different countries, several different sites, like 5 different sites, I believe. These guys are saying Bionano's product is great, and now they're co-developing it with their own, and now it's going to be used in reproductive health and oncology. I love this. I think this is awesome. You guys let me know if I'm missing something, but this just came out today, by the way. If you didn't realize, I should have said this at the start. It came out literally today. This came out, not 10 hours ago, man. So this is great. I absolutely, I don't know how much we should have gone up on this news. Maybe not more than 5-10% max. Maybe if it got a little bit of hype, we could maybe go up 15-20%. But it's nothing. There's not much concrete in here besides we're going to get some sort of new product in this field. But this is still the possibilities here are only good. Only good. The amount of auspiciousness, is that a word? This is a very auspicious deal. I'll say that. Okay, so moving on. Yeah, so I pulled up their website. I did a little bit of looking around here. And these guys, as I said, venerable company. Let me know what you guys think. If there's someone in here that knows more about this company than I do and this deal, tell me. Tell me, man. Comment it and tell me in the Discord. All right, so Richard Shippey, this is our CBO here. And he retweeted this right here. And this guy is saying, or these people, this organization, the LLC here, Limited Liability Corporation, is saying, move over old techniques, upstart optical genome mapping shows promise in new research. And they are citing the great article by Alexander Houston, or no, this is not Alexander Houston, sorry, excuse me, Marcus A. Banks. Okay, yeah, Marcus A. Banks. This was a great article, though. This absolutely was a great article, and they're citing that. And this was a little while ago. This was in July 22nd. These guys have 70,000 freaking followers, man, and I think this sort of acceptance by the mainstream, right? This is just going to help this helps our awareness, obviously, because that's literally what it's doing here. And this helps our sales in the aggregate, man. The more people that say stuff like this, I mean, this guy has 70,000 followers. These are good things. These are very good things. And talking about Twitter and Bionano here, they have not really, this is something that's really weird. I don't really know how to explain this. Please tell me if you know how to. But the ESHG thing, there hasn't been much data posted on Twitter, at least. There's been a couple things, but not really. They posted one thing yesterday, final day, and they only posted one thing. It's like, what? I understand, like, it's not going to be. I know it's usually the same stuff, but it's still weird. Although, they've posted some stuff here that's good. But the first day they posted a lot of stuff. They posted a lot of stuff the first day, but after that, it wasn't that much. But anyway, that's why we're not really covering it. All right, now going on to the job listings here. I'm not going to talk about what Simon Barnett said. Magic Arrow in the Discord, the legend. Yes, he is a legend. Absolutely, Magic Arrow, you are a legend. I know. I've seen you around a lot, man, my friend. He's been talking about Simon Barnett and the fluidic processes and some stuff with our new filing, maybe some new technology Bionano is working on. I'm gonna save that for a day that we're not very busy, unlike today, because I actually saw some holes. I could have overlooked something, but to my understanding, there were a couple holes in his kind of in what I grasped from what he was kind of trying to mean. But nonetheless, there is some good evidence that he's compiled for maybe some microfluidic processes technology, and then maybe some liquid biopsy kind of stuff, which sounds really complicated. But anyways, what I want to go over today, we'll go over that in another video, but I just wanted to bring it up because it is technically news. You can go in the Discord, find it. It's in the BNGO research and data thing. Discord free link in the description. Sorry for the plugs. They're all free. Okay, I'm not making money off the Discord links. Okay, but what I did want to say is that there is a clear emphasis on marketing and getting our freaking sales up and getting the revenue to be good. That's what I see this as, right? If we look right here, okay, not so much these. Let me go over here. There's the global marketing. This one right here, manager global marketing campaigns, not campaigns. They want to hire people that are going to be executing marketing programs and that are aimed to increase the awareness, and at the end of the day, get the damn sales to be high and make money, man. That's why they want. At the end of the day, we're all invested in Bionano because we think the Saphyr will sell a lot. That's why I'm here. I mean, if you had to pick one reason, that's probably why. I think our product is worthy of having thousands of Saphyrs out there, and once that happens, it's over. You know where we're fucking going. Right now, we only have 100. That's what's so auspicious about the valuation right now. It's like, wow, we're only priced in. We only have 100 Saphyrs right now. If it really is the best technology and the momentum continues, like everything points to, it will. Even if it's slowly, this is going to make money. This is going to make you money. That's kind of where where my train of thought is. So I will leave you with that for the filings. Now, talking about the institutional ownership, I thought I would bring this up. There's no new filings today. Institutional ownership percentage, they did change slightly. It is up a fairly significant amount, 33.68% now, which is higher than what it was yesterday, to my understanding, if I remember correctly. What we're going to talk about today specifically is the portfolio allocation of our largest shareholders. And this is, of course, categorized. This is completely institutions, remember. So with this is extremely important. It doesn't matter so much what the institutional ownership is or what it does, okay, but for me, what matters much more is not the amount of shares, but how much of their portfolio is Bionano. Because it doesn't matter if Bionano goes up 5,000% tomorrow. It's barely going to affect BlackRock's portfolio because it's not even 0.01%. It's 0.003% of their portfolio. It's barely anything. It does not even affect any. That's like having a couple cents in a fractional share of something when your whole portfolio is like $100 or $1,000. It's almost nothing. But what we have seen, and this, I don't know if this is necessarily bullish overall, but what is bullish, slightly, I guess, is that you've seen over the last few weeks, especially, definitely over the last 30 days, this looks a lot better now than what it was before. The Russell 2000 helps a lot. These guys have a relatively high portfolio allocation compared to the others and compared to any stock or compared to the average stock in a similar position as Bionano, right? We don't have much. Most of these guys are not willing to risk a couple percent in Bionano. Okay, so this is pretty normal. But what you've seen is this increasing, right? For example, the Russell 2000. This one was already here. Also, these guys here. The S&P SPDR, S&P Kensho New Economies Composite ETF. Wow, I really screwed that one up. Also, this one right here, 0.1, that's another Russell 2000 one. A lot of institutions right here. Here you go again. Okay, no, those guys were already here. How about these guys, though? Yeah, Crawford Lake Management. I do think that one is new. And you can see what I mean here. It's getting higher in the aggregate, which is a good thing. You want institutions betting a lot of their portfolio and willing to risk it in a company like Bionano. That gives you more confidence that they are willing to risk more of their portfolio in BNGO. That makes you think it's a safer investment. So regardless of that, I thought I'd bring this up. There's some people that think this is going to kind of negatively affect the entire healthcare sector, and I don't really want to go over this because I'm going to be honest, I'm just not that interested in this. But you guys can go read the article. I just thought I would bring it up. You know, some people think that this is going to make every healthcare stock and almost all technology healthcare stocks perform significantly worse over the midterm and long term. And I'm just, I really think that's a fallacy of composition. You can't look at one person and one company and say, wow, technology and healthcare revolutions really were overhyped, and there was nothing legit to it. Wow, I wonder. I think that's going to continue. Maybe we're going to see that across the whole sector. It's a fallacy of competition. I understand if you want to make the case to maybe some investors are going to be scared by this, but if you want to say there's going to be a mid to long term effect on all companies or most companies in the healthcare sector in the biotech sector, it's not enough evidence. This is just one case. If there's a trend like this, if you want to give me a couple more articles, maybe if I'm just completely in the dark here, give me a couple more articles to substantiate that, your claim that, if this is a trend, stuff like this, give me the articles. But until there's a trend, there's not enough evidence in my mind. But make your own opinion. So I just want to bring that up, briefly touch on that. Now, technical analysis wise, we're not going to do much technical analysis today. Okay, I still think we're looking good. I still do. We've got 2 daily closes above the 21-day SMA now for the first time in a while, in a couple weeks, in like probably two to three, something like that. 15 trading days ish, maybe 20 trading days. But yeah, we've got two closes above the 21-day SMA. We also closed the day at 598, which is roughly above the 584, barely resistance level. And it's from a technical standpoint, if high growth goes up, we're going to do well. And we've been trading sideways, consolidating. Again, I've said this 1,000 times. We're still looking good from a history perspective, if you will, right? No, from a pragmatic perspective, maybe, right? Because you can see there's a clear trend that we had before in the run-up. We tested this level of resistance for a while, then boom, aggressive move outward. And now we're testing it for a while, and now I think we may just see that. Who knows, though? Okay, if high growth goes down, that's never going to happen. Okay, at the end of the day, the technicals are great; they're very important, but the high growth determines most of our moods for the weeks and days. So, with that being said, thank y'all so much. To one more time. This is amazing. Today we got amazing news. We got awesome news. I love this. I love it. Please let me know what you guys think of this, because I think this is the biggest news that we have had since the earnings report, since the quarter 2. August 4th. This is the biggest news that we've had. I absolutely love it. I could not be more happy right now. A stop price is doing fine. I'm not complaining. You can't complain when you're healthy. Cannot complain. You can get frustrated and then realize later that you were a little bit too caught up in the moment. But to be legitimately mad, no, you can't be that. Right now, company-wise, this Bionano is doing amazing to all our knowledge. And with that being said, feel free to check out Newsweek, YouTube, and website link in the description. Thank y'all so much. This is not financial advice. I will see y'all in the next one.